In the previous video, we mentioned the main players that enabled us to implement a specific design system in GeneXus. However, we just saw how to apply what was practically already implemented by GeneXus by default in the transactions and the work with pattern, with which we could fully project its power. This time, we'll be seeing some of that power in action, and how, with those ideas, we could start building the app's front end, which has more complex UX and UI requirements, as we can see here. As we already know, developers play the central role in the initial tasks for developing the front end. Along with them, we must think of defining screens and interactions so that they may design them in the setup of the design system for this part, so important in the KB. At a certain point along the cycle, the designers, based on their work with the graphic design tool they apply, Sketch in this case, show us how they devised the first 3 screens, and how they did that considering a responsive design. Here's the main page, Home. For a medium or large size screen, that is for desktop, such as a notebook or a PC, the same page for tablet, and for phone. Then there's the page that we access by pressing the Attractions option in the menu, or down here in the image. This page will show all the tourist attractions that we've recorded in the system, and also for the 3 screen sizes. And lastly, by clicking on any of the attractions, this would be the page showing the information. It's clear that we'll have to modify our attraction transaction to add the information that we did not have, like those images shown along with explanatory texts. Once those screens have been studied, we gave our approval, and designers sent us the files in a format with which we may examine each design element. With that, we could design the 3 web panels that implement those screens. Our purpose was implementing those panels in a manner as similar as possible to the design we received. What we'll do next is consider some issues relative to the implementation that exemplify some interesting elements.